parent in Florida and you've already taken the step of creating a will, this is an important conversation for you. Most parents assume that once a will is signed, the major questions are already handled. And that assumption makes sense because no one ever explains where a will and its power actually stops. So today, I want to walk you through what parents commonly expect a will to cover and where those expectations quietly break down. I often meet parents who say, we have a will, so the big stuff should be taken care of. And again, these are responsible families. They're not cutting corners. They're doing what most people are told is the right thing. The surprise comes when we slow the conversation down and look at how things actually work in real life, not just on paper. This is usually the point where parents realize that the issue is not effort, it's structure. Here's the key distinction that most families have never been shown. A will is a single instruction, not a structure. And this is what I refer to as the framework gap. It's the gap between what a will is designed to do and what families assume that it does. It speaks at one moment in time, but it does not manage what happens before that moment. And it does not coordinate everything that has to work together. Estate planning that actually protects a family and the estate, the business, the real estate, the assets of that family is built as a framework where the authority, decision making, and transitions are clearly defined. That's why families can have a will and still feel unsure. This is also why estate planning is not something most families want to experiment with or try to piece together on their own. Not because parents are not capable, but because once a plan is tested, there's no opportunity to revise it, clarify it, or explain what you meant, because you won't be here to do that. Because the person who could fix it is gone. That's why thoughtful families usually want a structure that is designed correctly the first time. Many of the parents I work with are successful in other areas of life. They would not experiment with their investments, with their business, or with their tax strategies. They understand that some decisions require a framework, not guesswork. Estate planning falls into that same category. So if you have ever thought, I have a will, but I'm not fully confident, that doesn't mean you've missed something. It usually means you've reached the point where strategy matters more than documents. This is usually the moment where families realize it's worth slowing down and making sure that everything actually works the way that they intend. If this conversation is raising questions for you, that's exactly what my upcoming live webinar is designed to address. We'll walk through how estate planning works as a structure and a framework, not just a set of documents, so that families can understand their options before making any decisions. If you're someone who values getting this right the first time, I explain how this framework works in my upcoming live webinar. Registration is on my website. It's educational, practical, and built specifically for Florida families who want clarity before they move forward.